So good afternoon everyone. So last ക്ലാസ്സിൽ നമ്മൾ കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ട് എന്താണ് പവർ ഡയോഡ് എന്നുള്ളത്, എന്താണ് പവർ ഡയോഡ് സ്ട്രക്ചർ ആൻഡ് മാനുഫാക്ചറിങ്, പിന്നെ അതിൻ്റെ സ്റ്റാറ്റിക് ആൻഡ് ഡൈനാമിക് ക്യാരക്ടറിസ്റ്റിക്സ്. അപ്പോൾ ഇതൊക്കെ നമ്മൾ ലാസ്റ്റ് ക്ലാസ്സിൽ കണ്ടാണ്. ഓക്കെ, സോ ടുഡേ വി ആർ ഗോയിങ് ടു സ്റ്റഡി അബൌട്ട് പവർ ബി ജെ ടി, അതായത് പവർ ബൈപോളാർ ജംഗ്ഷൻ ട്രാൻസിസ്റ്റർ. നമുക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും അറിയാം ബി ജെ ടി എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ ഒരു 3 ലെയർ 2 ജംഗ്ഷൻ എൻ പി എൻ ഓർ പി എൻ പി ട്രാൻസിസ്റ്റർ ആണ്. 3 ലെയർ 2 junction NPN or PNP transistor. Here in this figure you can see that one NPN transistor and this figure indicates PNP transistor. Here you can see 2 junction. One junction is NNP, another junction is PNN. Here PNN and NNP. Okay, and that 3 layer NPN 3 layer. Here PNP. Okay, so 3 layer 2 junction NPN or PNP transistor, and also it has 3 terminals, that is collector, base, emitter. In the case of NPN you can see collector, this arrow indicates the direction of current flow. Collector current is coming in, base current is coming in, and emitter current is going out. In case of PNP, collector current and base current is going out and an emitter current is coming in. And also here in the case of NPN transistor, one P region is sandwiched between 2 N regions, and in case of PNP transistor, one N region is sandwiched between 2 P regions. Okay, and also in the term BJT, bipolar denotes that current direction will be there na, the current flow will be there na, the current flow will be due to the holes and electrons, that is due to majority carriers and minority carriers. So in BJT, current flow is due to both majority and minority carriers. So that is why in BJT there is a term bipolar. And also this is the circuit symbol for a NPN transistor, and here you can see one arrowhead is denoted in the emitter side. This arrowhead is denoted as the direction of flow of emitter current. So in case of NPN transistor you can see this arrowhead is pointing out, means emitter current is flowing out, and in case of PNP transistor you can see the arrow is pointing in, that is emitter current is flowing in. Okay, so this is the basics of a BJT. And also in case of power BJT, there is a lots of difference between normal BJT and power BJT. In case of power BJT, it will be handling large voltage, large current and large power than that of a normal BJT. Power BJT has a larger current handling and power handling capacity, and also it have a high voltage resistance in off state, that we will come to see in next slide. That is, for a power BJT it offers a high voltage resistance in off state, and power BJT it will be having a high current handling capacity in on state, that of a normal BJT. Normal BJT ekkalum high current handling capacity in case of on state, and normal BJT nekkalum high voltage resistance it offers in off state. Okay, and also here also that manufacturing is vertically oriented structure. Vertically oriented സ്ട്രക്ചറിന്റെ അഡ്വാൻറ്റേജ് എന്താണ്? കഴിഞ്ഞ പവർ ഡയോഡിന്റെ കേസിൽ നമ്മൾ കണ്ടാണ്, കണ്ടതാണ്. വെർട്ടിക്കലി ഓറിയന്റഡ് സ്ട്രക്ചർ ആണെങ്കിൽ it will be having more surface area. If there is more surface area, then there is more power handling capacity, and also vertical surface area കൂടി കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ current handling capacity യും കൂടും. Okay, so for power BJT where we have to handle more power, the structure is vertically oriented so that more surface area will be there, so it will be having a more power handling capacity. Okay, and also in case of power BJT, emitter will be doped highly with respect to base. Normal BJT-നേക്കാളും കൂടുതൽ emitter doping കൂടുതലായിരിക്കും in case of power BJT. And also beta എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ അതിന്റെ current gain means IC by IB, collector current divided by base current. It will be low due to high emitter doping. Okay, beta will be low due to high emitter doping in the case of power BJT. Okay, and power BJT when it is comparing to normal BJT. Okay, and also it is having a large metallic body for dissipating power. Okay, understood? Okay, now next slide. This is the power BJT structure. Here you can see one N plus layer, one P layer, one N minus layer, and N plus layer. N plus denote highly doped N region. P here plus or minus symbol illa, so P denotes moderately doped P region. N minus means lightly doped N region. N plus again means highly doped N region. Here doping concentration also given. Highly doped means around 10 raised to 19 centimeter cube. Okay, and moderate lightly doped you can see 10 raised to 14, then moderately doped 10 raised to 16, then heavily doped again 10 raised to 19. Okay, so these are the width given for each doping regions. And also you can see here emitter is connected to a highly doped N region and base is connected to a moderately doped P region, and collector is connected to a highly doped N plus region. Okay, and also here when compared to normal BJT there will be NPN structure. Here you see one additional layer is there, one N minus layer is there. The purpose of this N minus layer, as we have already seen in power diode, that is purpose of this N minus layer is to have more depletion region in the case of reversed bias, so that it can handle higher voltage blocking capacity in off state. Okay, അതായത് ഇവിടെ N minus layer ഇവിടെ വെക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ it will be having a higher depletion region. Higher depletion region എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അവിടെ ഉണ്ടാവുന്ന voltage drop കൂടുതലായിരിക്കും. So in the case of reverse bias condition it will be offers higher voltage blocking capacity in off state. Okay, so that is the major purpose of this N minus layer. And also normal NPN transistor എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഒരു N region, P region, then one N region. Here in case of power BJT you can see N plus P, N minus, N plus. Okay, structure will be N plus P, N minus, sorry, N plus P, N minus, N plus structure. Okay, and N minus layer offers higher voltage blocking capacity in off state. And also that beta current amplification IC by IB, it will be decreases as the doping concentration increases. Here you can see this emitter is highly doped, collector is highly doped. So because of this, that beta amplification factor will be, current amplification factor will be reduced in the case of power BJT. Okay, so moving into the slide. Yes, here width of the depletion region increases in reverse bias due to the N minus layer. Yes, here you can see this N minus layer. The major function of this N minus layer is in reverse bias condition the depletion region will be increased towards this N minus region. So if the thickness of this N minus region is increased, the depletion region will be increased. So ultimately the voltage blocking capacity will increase. So that is the major function of this N minus layer. So in the case of power BJT, in on state it will be having higher current handling capacity due to the higher doping of emitter and collector. And in the case of off state, due to this n minus layer, it will be having higher voltage blocking capacity. So ultimately in on state it will be having higher current handling capacity, and in the off state it is having higher voltage blocking capacity. So ultimately it can handle more power. Okay. So now the steady state characteristics. Uh, in the case of switching application, normally BJT will be using that common emitter configuration. Different configuration you everyone will be knowing. Na? Previously you might have studied that common emitter, common base, common collector, different configurations. In that common emitter configuration is used in the case of switching application. That is, the emitter will be common for both the base and collector. So this is the normal figure of a common emitter configuration. So here input characteristics means what? That it will be a graph between the input current, that is IB. IB means base current, and the base emitter voltage VB. That is, for input characteristics, graph will be between the input current IB, base current, and the base emitter voltage VB. Okay. And also this base emitter junction, it will be resembling like that normal PN junction diode. So the input curve will be as same as that of a normal PN junction diode. So here you can see that IB versus VB. So here when the collector emitter voltage increases, here you can see the base current IB is reducing. That is, for a collector emitter voltage VC, this is the graph, this thick line, and for a collector emitter voltage VC2, which VC2 is greater than VC1. VC2 ആണ് VC1 നെക്കാളും കൂടുതൽ. ആ കേസിൽ ഈ dotted line ആണ്. So from this figure it is evident that the base current reduces as the VCE, collector emitter voltage, increase. Okay. So when collector emitter voltage increases, the base current reduces. So this is the input characteristics of a power BJT. Okay. Now coming to the output characteristics. So output characteristics, it will be a graph between the collector current IC and collector emitter voltage VCE. That is IC collector current and VCE collector emitter voltage. Okay. So for a output characteristics of a power BJT, graph will be between the output current, that is collector current, and the collector emitter voltage. Okay. IC versus VCE. So here you can see when IB is 0, IB is 0 means input current IB. When input current IB is 0, there will be a small reverse leakage current due to the minority carriers. So that is what it is denoted here. When the IB is 0, there will be a small reverse collector current IC, that is defined as leakage current. So when IB input current is 0, at that time there will be a small reverse leakage current in the collector. Okay. And further, as that base current is increased, you can see that that collector current also increasing. Okay. And one more thing, here you can see this is the cutoff region where transistor will be in this off state, and this is the saturation region where the transistor will be in on state, and this will be the active region where transistor act as amplifier. So as the base current IB is increased, you can see the collector current is increasing. So this is the output characteristics of a power BJT. Okay. Graph will be between output current IC and VCE, and you can see that when the input current, that is IB, when IB is 0, a small leakage current is there. Input current 0 means at that time transistor will be in off state. At that time small reverse leakage current will be there in collector. Okay. Further, as the input current increases, you can see the collector current also increasing. Okay, so here also this graph is also the output characteristics of a power BJT. Here two curves are shown. One curve, curve 1, where input current IB is equal to 0, and another one, curve 2, where IB not equal to 0. So in the last figure itself we have seen that when the input current IB is equal to 0, there will be a small reverse leakage current IC due to the minority carriers in the transistor. Okay, that is denoted here. There will be a small reverse leakage current IC. Okay, so as the VC is increasing, this is the breakdown point. After breakdown point, the collector current will be increasing abruptly. So thus that condition should be avoided. So in this figure, this is the cutoff region where the transistor acts in off state. Okay, that is about curve 1. Now curve 2 we can see the initial part of curve 2 where VC is less. This region is called as saturation region. Okay, here IB is not equal to 0. IB value 0 അല്ല. അപ്പോൾ ഈ ഇനീഷ്യൽ പാർട്ട്, ഈ കർവ് 2ന്റെ ഇനീഷ്യൽ പാർട്ട്, ഇതിനെ നമ്മൾ പറയുന്നതാണ് സാച്ചുറേഷൻ റീജിയൻ. ഓക്കെ, ഇൻ ദിസ് സാച്ചുറേഷൻ ദ ട്രാൻസിസ്റ്റർ ആക്ട് ആസ് ആൻ ഓൺ സ്വിച്ച്. ഓക്കെ, ക്ലോസ്ഡ് സ്വിച്ച്. അതേ അവസരത്തിൽ ഈ കേസിൽ, ഈ കർവ് 1ന്റെ കേസിൽ ട്രാൻസിസ്റ്റർ ആക്ട് ആസ് എ ഓപ്പൺ സ്വിച്ച്. ഓക്കെ, സോ when IB not equal to 0 and VC is less, not high, VC is less, at that time this region is called as a saturation region, and here the transistor act as a closed switch. Okay, so further here you can see the flat part of this curve 2. Flat part of this curve 2 is called as active region, where the transistor act as an amplifier in this region. Okay, and also here you can see this is the breakdown point. Further IC is increasing abruptly, so this condition should be avoided. Okay, and this figure you can see that from emitter electrons are emitting to this base and collector, and the majority of the electrons emitted by the emitter side is reaching collector. A small portion is there in base side, remaining what all the electrons emitted in from the emitter side is reaching the collector. So the direction of current flow will be that of opposite to the electron flow. So collector current is coming in, base current is coming in, and emitter current is coming out. Okay, okay, and here you know that the line joining A and B, this line joining A and B is called as load line, and load line is the locus of all the operating point. Here if it is operating here, it is in saturation region, and if it is operating from here to here, it is in active region, and if it is operating here, it will be in cutoff region. So this load line is the locus of all operating point. So here the line joining A and B is called as load line, and the load line is the locus of all the operating points. That is, from A to A dash, it will be act in saturation region, and from A dash to B dash, it will be act in active region, and from B to B dash to B, it will be act in cutoff region. Okay, so load line is the locus of all the operating point. And from this figure, we know that the collector current across this resistor RC, it is given as VCC minus VCE divided by RC. That is the equation for collector current across this resistor RC. From this diagram, we can see IC equal to VCC minus VCE divided by this collector resistance RC. Okay, this equation is called as equation of load line. So based on that, this load line is defined. Okay, And in the ideal case, we know that the VCV will be 0. Ideal case VCE 0 ആയിരിക്കും. Okay, drop ഉണ്ട്, voltage, initial voltage drop, it will be 0. So in that case, that IC will be VCC by RC. So that is the point A in this load line, VCC divided by RC. Okay, point A in the vertical axis. Okay, so ideal case, when transistor is on, VC will be 0 and IC equal to VCC by RC. IC equal to VCC by RC. So at this point A, IC equal to VCC. So second case, transistor off ആകുന്ന കേസിൽ, ഐഡിയൽ കേസിൽ എന്താണ്, ഈ VCC, ഈ complete VCC will be across this C terminal. In C terminal VCC മാത്രമേ ഉണ്ടാവുള്ളൂ. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ നമുക്കറിയാം, നോർമലി ഓഫ് സ്റ്റേറ്റിൽ ഇൻപുട്ട് കറണ്ട് 0 ആണ്, ഇൻപുട്ട് കറണ്ട് 0 ആണ്. അതുപോലെ collector current, there will be a small leakage current, but in case of ideal case, this leakage current will be 0. IC will be 0 in the case of off state. So in the ideal case, IC equal to 0 and the VC is equal to VCC. VC എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ VCC ആണ്, കാരണം ഇൻപുട്ടിൽ വേറെ ഒന്നുമില്ല. അപ്പോൾ VC equal to VCC off state. Okay, so the point VC will be equal to VCC when we are substituting in this equation. VC equal to VCC, IC 0 ആണ്. So here VC equal to VCC, it will be denoting as point B in this horizontal axis. Okay, so ഇതാണ് നമ്മുടെ ലോഡ് ലൈൻ. ഐഡിയൽ കേസിൽ when transistor is on, ഈ പറഞ്ഞ VCE എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് 0 ആയിരിക്കും, കളക്ടർ എമിറ്റർ ഡ്രോപ്പ് 0 ആയിരിക്കും. ഓക്കെ, ആ കേസിൽ പോയിന്റ് A VCC by RC, ഇതാണ് ലോഡ് ലൈൻ പോയിന്റ്. ഇൻ ദ കേസ് ഓഫ് സ്റ്റേറ്റ് ഐഡിയൽ കേസിൽ IC 0 ആയിരിക്കും, ഇൻപുട്ടിൽ വേറെ ഒന്നുമില്ല. ആ സമയത്ത് VC will be equal to VCC. Okay, VC will be equal to VCC. This is the VCC. So this is the load line. Okay, and also we have seen in that previous figure, most of the electrons are emitted by the emitter, and some it will be recombining in base, and the remaining everything it will be reaching to collector. Okay, so collector current, it will be less than I, but it will be almost, because a small part of electrons is recombining in base section. So collector current is ultimately less than I, but it will be almost equal to I. And also previously you might have studied that forward current alpha, which is equal to IC divided by I, collector current divided by emitter current, which is defined as alpha forward current gain. It will be in the order of 0.95 to 0.99. അതായത് IC will be almost equal to I, but less than I. So it will be of the order 0.95 to 0.99. And another one is current gain beta, or HFE, HFE. So here that beta is defined as IC divided by IB, collector current divided by IB. Normal case IC will be very much greater than IB, so it will be around 50 to 300, this beta current gain. And also one more thing, in the case of power BJT, due to the higher emitter and collector doping, this beta factor will be less than that of normal BJT. Okay, അത് നമ്മൾ നേരത്തെ കണ്ടാണ്. Okay, so total current I will be equal to IB plus IC, അത് നമുക്കറിയാലോ. ഓക്കെ, ഈ ഒരു ഇക്വേഷനെ നമ്മൾ IC കൊണ്ട് ഡിവൈഡ് ചെയ്യണം. I divided by IC equal to IB divided by IC plus 1. ഓക്കെ, നമുക്കറിയാം ഓൾറെഡി IC divided by I, which is equal to alpha. So here 1 by alpha is equal to, so similarly IC divided by IB beta എന്ന് അറിയാം. So 1 by beta plus 1. So from substituting this equation, we will be getting beta is equal to alpha divided by 1 minus alpha. Similarly alpha will be equal to beta divided by beta plus 1. So So this will be the relationship between alpha and beta. So തൽക്കാലം ഇന്നത്തെ ക്ലാസ് ഇത്ര മതി. ഓക്കെ.